Blackout Soil and Water Conservation District Farmer to Farmer Grant Agency Conservation Technical Assistance Delivery Timeline September 2024 to June 2027. This multi-year project is funded by Blackout Soil and Water Conservation District, Iowa DNR, and Middle Cedar Watershed Measurement Authority. Aims to strengthen support systems for emerging urban and small-scale agriculture across the Middle Cedar Watershed. My name is Paola Trujillo, and I am the Urban Ag Outreach Coordinator. I work for Blackout Soil and Water Conservation District, a role I have held for 5 months. I feel happy and grateful to lead this project. Before this, I worked for about 3 years at the Iowa State Extension Office in Waterloo as a nutrition educator. In that role, I had the opportunity to serve and work closely with the Black Hawk community on different projects. That experience gave me the chance to understand community needs and practice outreach, which now help me connect with growers and agencies in my current positions. Farmer to Farmer Grant. Engage urban growers in the Middle Cedar Watershed through listening sections. We will engage directly with farmers to understand their challenges, goals, and resource needs, from land access and pest control to water use and zoning. These insights will guide improvement in conservation technical assistance and inform strategies that promote resilient agriculture, better water quality, and a stronger local food system. Building on past successes in Black Hawk County, we plan to expand this collective initiative throughout the region for lasting impact. The objectives of this grant is develop and maintain partner network. That means building relationships with local organizations, agencies, and community leaders who can help us reach growers more efficiently. Identify participants' needs and priorities. We work to identify participants. This happens through listening sections, informal conversations, and direct feedback from growers. Understanding what matters to them is key to designing meaningful support. Coordinate discovered needs assessment, create county-specific communication, guide future actions. We will develop a communication plan based on what we learn, tailoring our messages and outreach materials to reflect the real concern and goals of the people we serve. By keeping track of what is working and what is not, we can make better decisions moving forward. Each step contributes to building the final report and guiding the next actions, grounded in what we have learned and where we can improve. Connect participants with resources, whether that is technical assistance, culture programs, or trust contact at USDA, NRCS, or other agencies. We want growers to know what is available and how to access our target audience. This project is about supporting urban gardeners across the Middle Cedar Watershed, people who grow fruits and vegetables in small spaces, community gardens, and acreages for themselves or for local markets. Our goal is to connect these growers with conservation resources, technical support, and each other. We want them to feel supported, seen, and valued, not just as gardeners, but as important contributors to their community and to the health of the soil and improve the water quality. We plan to divide the target audience into 3 categories: gardeners beginners, individuals who are just starting to grow foods at home or in a community garden plots, and they may have limited experience and are looking for basic guidance and support. Gardeners advanced as people that with more experience and who are expanding their growing practices. They may be experimenting with new crops, techniques, or small-scale sales. And market growers. They may be located in town or just outside urban areas using acreages that can be owned or rented. Our focus area. To make our outreach more efficient and cost-effective, we have organized the 10 counties in the Middle Cedar Watershed area into 3 working groups. This structure helps us save time and reduce travel and better coordinate local efforts. We plan to divide for Group 1, including Franklin, Grundy, Butler, Hardin, and Marshall counties. Group 2 includes Tama, Buchanan, and Black Hawk counties. Group 3 includes Benton and Linn counties. For each group, we will select a central city that is easy to reach from surrounding area. Urban growers from nearby towns and counties will be invited to travel to that city to participate in listening sections. We plan to conduct 3 listening sections in each category for a total of 9 sections overall. This approach allows us to gather input from a wide range of participants while keeping logistics simple and organized. This is an initial idea. We plan to divide into the 3 groups, but we are open to listen suggestions, and maybe we can divide in different groups. Maybe we are able to flexible that one, and maybe we can form another group. Now, I would like to take a moment to talk about the highlights the project. So, although this project started 1 year behind, thanks to the strong foundation and previous effort of the Black Hawk SWCD team, we have been able to make meaningful progress in just a few short months. We have focused on connecting with other agencies across the Middle Cedar Watershed and strengthened the existing agency partners in Black Hawk County. At the same time, we have built direct relationship with urban growers through hands-on activities, workshops, garden visits, field days, and community events. These efforts have helped us build trust, momentum, and a strong network across the watershed. That foundation will be essential as we move into the next phase of the project. Maybe you are wondering why was Black Hawk County honored with this grant? The main reason Iowa DNR and Middle Cedar WMA decided to award this grant to Black Hawk SWCD is because our district successfully carried out a series of listening sections under a previous grant. As mentioned in the background letter I sent via email, this project aims to replicate the previously grant launched by Black Hawk SWCD. However, there are a few key differences. I will walk you through the main highlights of this project to help clarify its scope and intent. This was the previous grant, Conservation Innovation Grant. The timeline was August 2022 to February 2025 early terminations. This project supports historical underserved, small-scale, and urban growers in Black Hawk County, only in Black Hawk County, one of the Iowa's most culturally diverse regions. Many participants, especially immigrants, were unfamiliar with USDA and NRCS programs, so the team focuses on building trust through listening sections, farm visits, educational workshops, and hands-on training. Outreach was culturally sensitive with translate materials, having an interpreter, and simplified visual to ensure understanding. Although the project ended early due to change in funding priorities, it fostered a strong relationship and left valuable lessons to guide future efforts. What didn't work and what was learned from that project? Technical barriers to participants. Many urban growers face challenges in meeting USDA requirements, such as obtaining farm or tract number. Without this, they were unable to qualify for federal programs or be formally recognized as beginning farmers by NRCS. Initial planning efforts include open house events, but shifting administrative priorities combined with the early termination of the grant ultimately contributes to the project's premature termination. Structure gaps in conservation programs. Existing NRCS conservation practices are not well shared for small scale or urban agriculture. This made it difficult to offer relevant technical solutions to participants. What was learned? Listening builds trust. Taking time to listen rather than lead with information helps build strong relationships. Respecting cultural norms like timeline, food preferences, and communication styles make participants feel seen and valued. Adaptation is essential. Translator, slow-paced presentations, and simple visual were critical for understanding. Sharing traditional foods create a welcoming environment and encourage participation. Urban growers have unique needs. Urban and small-scale growers face different challenges than traditional farmers. Staff need training to better support this sector and understand its relatives. The model is replicable. The outreach strategy used, especially listening sections and culturally tailored engagement, can be applied to future projects. Now, I would like to take a moment to talk about the big difference between two projects. The SIG project, the previous project, was focused on 5 community groups in Black Hawk County that are called historical underserved by USDA and conservation programs. These include immigrants and refugee families, Black people, and beginners farmers. The team worked closely with trust community leaders to connect with these groups, set goals together, and create trainings that made sense for their culture and experiences. One of the main goals was to find someone from the community who could keep supporting others after the grant ended. The project was all about building trust, understanding different backgrounds, and offering education that truly fit their needs. In contrast, the Farmer to Farmer grant covers the entire Middle Cedar region, including Black Hawk and 9 other counties. Here, the coordinator plays a central role to building relationships and engaging participants. The previous grant was focused on fact-finding and implementation. The current grant is only fact-finding. Before, the focus on 5 groups in Black Hawk County. The current is Enter Middle Cedar, different sets of groups. Before, work were really on community leaders. Now, coordinator develop relationships to engage participants. Before, set objectives to develop training, workshop, and establish a training. Now, listening sections, needs assessment, and outreach plans. Workshop and consultation could be possible, but that is not the priority. Before, focus on cultural training. Now, the focus is on identifying service differences across the USDA offices. Thank you for listening to this video. If you have any question, please contact any of us through the emails you are seeing here, and we will be more than happy to answer any question.